to me because I have a lot of questions about Ryan Reynolds' bromances, his various bromances over the years. We've talked about him and Jake Gyllenhaal, and obviously this has been a bromance that has been very much thrown in the public's face. Now, factually speaking, no judgment from me, but Hugh Jackman has been plagued with rumors of sexuality throughout his entire career. It has been speculated for a host of reasons, some fair, some not. We are learning that Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, will be deposed, and I suspect that that might be making Ryan Reynolds extremely.
Ryan Reynolds is reportedly hanging on by a thread, and now Hugh Jackman is coming for him with a jaw-dropping $50 million lawsuit. But hold up, this isn't just some Hollywood drama between the guys. Insiders are starting to point fingers at none other than Blake Lively. Yep, you heard that right. She's being painted as the secret mastermind, the one pulling all the strings behind the scenes. Forget the sweet smiles and the perfect couple facade. They're saying Blake's been the one calling all the shots, fueling feuds and lighting up controversies like wildfire. Word on the street is that Blake's not just sitting on the sidelines. Nope, she's allegedly the one stirring the chaos, driving a wedge between Ryan and Hugh with some seriously calculated moves. That so-called golden couple image, it's falling apart faster than you can say Hollywood drama. Behind all the glitz and glam, things are spiraling into what could be a full-blown scandal. And now, fans are pointing their fingers at Blake, accusing her of pushing everyone to the brink. Now, Ryan's in freefall, Hugh Jackman's gearing up to hit back with everything he's got, and Blake, the once-beloved Hollywood sweetheart, is now being slammed as one of the most toxic players in the game. It all kicked off from what people are calling the husband's side. Rumors have been swirling that Ryan has been hiding parts of his true self for years. Some even claim he might be gay and that he's stuck in a tense, controlling situation at home, all under Blake's watch. People are saying Ryan Reynolds is doing everything he can to escape this massive legal mess. He's reportedly pleading with the court to get out of the defamation and contract interference case stirred up by Justin Baldoni, whose viral videos dragged Ryan straight into the spotlight. At first, people were impressed by how Ryan handled it, maybe even cheering him on. But let's just say that applause didn't last long. Not once the real tea started spilling. Then the leaks came. Yep, you heard right, those explosive texts from Hugh Jackman. Fans are convinced Hugh feels totally betrayed, cut off, and iced out by someone he once considered a brother. Now, Hugh's firing back with some serious shade, and it's looking like Ryan's whole Marvel future could be slipping through his fingers. And at the center of all this madness, Blake Lively's name keeps popping up, but not in a good way. She's being painted as the puppet master, the one pulling every string and calling every shot. Leaked texts are now painting a picture that if Blake hadn't been so controlling, none of these private details might have ever gone public. Meanwhile, Hugh Jackman is out here looking completely unbothered. And honestly, can you blame him? After getting ditched by Ryan and losing a golden ticket to the Marvel Universe? Why should he even care? Some voices online are saying this whole thing doesn't just expose Ryan's messiness, but also brings up the rumors about his sexuality and his spiraling ego. And then there's Blake. She's getting dragged through the mud, too, with accusations, flying that she's the beard in this whole situation. The theory: she's been working hard to maintain that Hollywood couple image no matter the cost. Fans are starting to ask the big question: is this marriage even real anymore? Or is it headed for disaster? Some are pointing fingers at Blake, saying she's been fueling Ryan's insecurities, boxing him in, and pushing him to lie about who he truly is. Now, here's where it gets even crazier. Hugh Jackman was never supposed to be part of this legal drama. The real fight was supposed to be between Ryan and Blake, especially over the film It Ends With Us. But now, Wolverine himself is being dragged into court for a deposition. Fans are speculating that Ryan's sweating bullets not because being gay is an issue, but because Hugh might expose private truths that Ryan's been dodging for years. What started as a small cameo from Hugh, maybe a skit or a joke, has now blown up into something massive. Some people are even saying Ryan used the bromance angle for clout. And behind all the glitz and glam, insiders claim Blake needed a bigger spotlight around her project, and Hugh was just another piece on her Hollywood chessboard. It's starting to feel like this whole bromance thing with Jake Gyllenhaal, Hugh Jackman, and other co-stars was a strategic move by Ryan, like he's been investing in these tight guy friendships for a reason. Fans are now asking, why is a nearly 50-year-old dad of 4 pushing so hard to sell these buddy-buddy moments to the world? More and more people are starting to believe that Ryan's charming everyman persona might be a carefully crafted cover, and who's behind keeping that image polished? None other than Blake Lively. She's been keeping him relatable and picture-perfect while the truth simmers just beneath the surface. Critics are calling out Ryan for throwing in those jokes about being gay or locking lips with male co-stars like Andrew Garfield at award shows. Sure, some fans laugh it off, but others are wondering if these bits are Ryan subtly testing the waters. Rumors about Ryan possibly being closeted have been swirling for years, and now people are starting to question. Are these jokes just for fun? Or are they hints at something deeper? Many believe Ryan would be more open about himself if it weren't for Blake, who is driving the narrative to ensure their marriage looks perfect, even though behind closed doors things are falling apart. And as the lawsuits heat up, Hugh Jackman's name is being tossed around more and more. But here's the kicker. Some fans are now convinced Hugh is the one leaking info to Candace Owens. Yes, you heard that right. Big drama. Leaked texts from someone close to Ryan are making waves, and word on the street is Hugh might be the mole. Why? Because he feels backstabbed by Ryan and Blake. Blake is being painted as the mastermind behind all of this, manipulating the media to maintain that perfect couple facade. And now, Hugh wants revenge. He's not just going after Ryan, though. He's targeting the whole illusion they've built together, brick by brick, with Blake's help. Hugh reportedly feels robbed of major Marvel opportunities and is out for blood. Some fans believe Hugh's gone to war, and nothing is off limits now. Fans aren't saying there's anything wrong with being gay. They're calling out the lying, the cover-ups, and how others are getting dragged into this mess, like Justin Baldoni, who fans say was defamed during this whole ordeal. And now, as the drama deepens, Blake is getting the most heat. Some are accusing her of pushing Ryan to bully others just to maintain their public image. Things are getting shadier in court, too. Reports are circulating that Blake's legal team is trying to keep certain materials under attorneys' eyes only. It's a standard legal move, but to some, it reeks of panic. What exactly are they trying to keep buried? A judge just ruled that the attorney's eyes only label can't be slapped on everything. Both sides have to explain why specifics files should stay sealed, and insiders say this could blow the lid off everything. And, of course, at the center of this entire mess is Blake Lively. People are now speculating that she might have staged publicity stunts or manipulated the press to keep their image squeaky clean. But wait, here's another curveball. Hugh Jackman's messy divorce after 27 years is now part of the storm. Rumors about his sexuality have been circulating for years, but fans are raising eyebrows at the timing of that split. People are now asking, when you get a beard, a woman who can hide your true identity, is it because you're trying to protect yourself, or is there more going on here? Some think that drama with Ryan and Blake might have triggered something behind closed doors for Hugh. Fans are now floating the idea that if Ryan's secrets come out, Hugh's personal life might be exposed right along with his. And that's why some believe Hugh might have linked up with certain people behind the scenes. Let's talk about Sutton Foster. Could she be a PR move to shift focus and cool down all the gossip? It's a classic Hollywood tactic. And guess what? People are saying Blake Lively's doing the same thing, but in a much more calculated, strategic way, acting as Ryan's beard, keeping up that picture-perfect marriage, all while the real story stays hidden. It's not just about the image anymore. It's about locking down those million-dollar roles and lucrative brand deals. That come with being the straight-laced family man. But here's the kicker. Things are starting to fall apart. Ryan's still stuck deep in that legal mess with Justin Baldoni, who's accusing Ryan of calling him a predator. That accusation is huge, and fans are starting to think it could be the key to unraveling the entire fake setup that Ryan and Blake have carefully built. Allegedly, Ryan went way too far with his accusations, spreading damaging rumors about Justin to powerful industry insiders. Justin Baldoni isn't just calling it gossip, he's calling it extortion. He claims Ryan pressured him into stepping down or handing over creative control to Blake Lively. And if you've been paying attention, this fits right into a pattern, Blake pulling the strings behind the scenes. Ryan's trying to dodge the lawsuit by claiming he honestly believed Justin was a predator. But legal experts are already poking holes in that defense. With leaked texts, recorded calls, and whispers about private conversations, the idea that Ryan genuinely believed it is looking pretty shaky. Critics are saying if Ryan's been hiding his sexuality under Blake's direction, what else is he lying about? That perfect, polished image? Fans aren't buying it anymore. For years, Ryan has been the lovable trickster with that undeniable charm, the kind of guy who lights up the room. But now, people are wondering, was that charm just a mask? Some are saying Ryan's insecurity is being driven by Blake, the one running the show and building a fake brand while keeping the real drama hidden under the surface. And it's not just the fans who are asking these questions. Even Candace Owens jumped in, pointing out how Ryan keeps using gay-themed humor in his sketches. Is it just comedy, or is there something deeper going on? From random kisses with male celebrities to flashy innuendos on live TV, Ryan's been entertaining fans, but also leaving them confused. Now, here's the theory floating around. Maybe it's all a carefully crafted distraction. The jokes, the skits, the bromances. It's all part of a bigger plan. Behind all of this, many believe it's Blake who's shaping the narrative, holding tight to the power that comes with this image. What seemed like playful fun might actually be the perfect mask for a much deeper truth. With all the constant rumors about Ryan being closeted, it's no surprise that people are now questioning every move he makes. Candace Owens even flat out said that these over-the-top comedic bits might be a front, a mask to hide who Ryan really is. And let's be real, Hollywood loves this kind of juicy gossip and viral headline. If that's true, fans are blaming Blake for fueling it all. She's the mastermind, always making sure her image stays untouchable and sparkling clean. But wait, there's more. Now people are digging into how Blake and Ryan allegedly strong-arm studios to get their way. If a production company wants Ryan's name on a film or wants to adapt something huge like It Ends With Us, insiders say they better be ready to bow to Blake's demands. She's even been accused of threatening to walk if script changes aren't made. Leaked texts and emails are starting to back up these claims, and behind-the-scenes moves are looking super shady. That's the kind of behavior that's turning the public against her. Fans are saying Blake's not just controlling, she's a full-blown Hollywood villain, doing whatever it takes to stay on top, and just when you thought it couldn't get any juicier, a TikTok bombshell dropped. One user went line by line through Ryan's texts, pointing out phrases that hint at something much deeper: emotional confusion, identity struggles, and a man who seems uncomfortable in his own skin. People are reading between the lines and saying that Ryan is clearly under major pressure, and that pressure, it's coming from Blake. That's why so many people are dragging Blake online. They believe she's been pushing Ryan to bury the truth, so they can keep selling their perfect family brand to the world. Fans aren't just mad, they feel betrayed. Let's make things worse. Rumors are swirling that Blake's been working behind the scenes with certain media outlets to keep their private problems off the radar, making deals to bury the drama. But now, it's becoming harder for everyone involved. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. Some are even saying that straight men have dead eyes and gay men have that twinkle in their eye. This guy is basically laying it out, calling out the dynamics and reading between the lines. The way he sums up the situation? It's hilarious. He's cracking the code. just by looking at the messages. And with voices like Candace Owens exposing everything, it's all starting to unravel. The more Blake scrambles to cover it up, the more people are calling her out for being fake and desperate. Instead of standing by her man, fans are accusing Blake of being the ringmaster in this circus of smoke and mirrors. Speculation around her and Ryan's relationship is spiraling out of control, with insiders even saying they might be living apart, at least for now. The pressure from the lawsuit? It's tearing them apart behind the scenes. Sources and a few gossip blogs have pointed out how sad this is, especially with 4 kids in the mix. What was once seen as a fairy tale family is now being dragged through the mud, and guess who's taking the blame? Blake. Fans who used to stay neutral are now calling her the main instigator, accusing her of turning their home into a PR battlefield. Sure, Ryan's public unraveling might be partly on him, but people are saying Blake's been pushing all the buttons behind the scenes. He can't keep hiding behind jokes and sarcastic sound bites if this lawsuit forces him into court. If the texts and depositions reveal that he accused Justin Baldoni without solid proof, all just to give Blake more creative control, then Ryan's reputation could take a hit that never heals. And that's not even the half of it. Let's break it down. Blake is 37, Ryan is 48. They've been in the Hollywood game long enough to know exactly what they're doing. This isn't rookie behavior. This is strategy. Cold, calculated moves. Ryan's legal team tried to dismiss the defamation charges, arguing it's not a crime if he truly believed what he said. But if those leaked texts show otherwise? If the court decides this was all part of a setup, things could get really bad for both of them, and fast. Critics are laughing off Ryan's defense, calling it a massive reach. They say the moment any leaked text or deposition shows Ryan had doubts, that defense will fall apart instantly. Every new legal document that hits the surface only turns up the heat. And that glossy image Blake and Ryan worked so hard to create, it's cracking fast. Fans are furious at the idea that their marriage might be built on a lie. A closeted husband, a wife who makes sure he stays hidden, and a pattern of shady manipulation and backdoor threats to stay in control. It's hard to stomach, especially for those who once admired them as Hollywood's dream couple. Now, some fans are straight up rooting for the lawsuit to expose everything. They see Justin Baldoni as the one who got blindsided. A victim thrown under the bus just so Blake and Ryan could keep running their Hollywood empire like nothing ever happened. If the text messages prove Ryan knew his accusations weren't true, then Blake's role as the ultimate behind-the-scenes puppeteer will be undeniable. And here's the big question that everyone's talking about. Who leaked those texts? All signs are pointing to Hugh Jackman. Fans believe if anyone has the motive to blow it all up, it's him, especially after Ryan iced him out and risked his Marvel career. If Hugh really did it, some people see it as a cold, calculated betrayal, or even a long-overdue warning shot. Social media is on fire with this drama. Half the comments are roasting Ryan for stabbing Hugh in the back. The other half are slamming Blake for allegedly pushing Ryan to do it in the first place. Now everyone's asking, is Hugh trying to pull the curtain back on the real Ryan? Or is he exposing Blake as the mastermind who's been running the show all along? Because here's the truth. Ryan is not happy with who he is on the inside. That's really what it comes down to. He's not being honest with himself, and because of that, he's becoming a vicious person, lashing out in every way possible, publicly and privately. At the end of the day, most of the outrage online is aimed straight at Blake Lively. Fans are convinced she's the mastermind behind Ryan Reynolds' messy image. From the legal chaos with Justin Baldoni to all the shady power moves in Hollywood. Boardrooms, they're saying that if Ryan's struggling with his identity, it's because Blake's been keeping that mask on tight, all to protect brand deals, maintain that polished image, and keep their Hollywood status untouchable. Fair. Or not, the public's made up its mind. Blake's the real villain in this twisted tale. People believe she's the one rewriting scripts behind closed doors, pulling strings to crush reputations, and crafting narratives that make her and Ryan look like the ultimate golden couple, while stomping over everyone else. But now, with more text messages, court filings, and depositions leaking out, that glossy empire is on the verge of collapse. Fans have had enough of the lies. They're demanding real truth, not perfectly staged PR moments. Everyone's watching closely, waiting to see if the courtroom will finally force the masks off. The big question is, will there ever be a real confession? Will Ryan, under pressure with evidence stacking up against him, finally admit that the slander against Baldoni came from Blake's demands? Or maybe even admit that the same-sex kisses and skits weren't just jokes, but real parts of himself he's been hiding under the Hollywood spotlight, with his wife pushing the cover-up. According to the loudest voices online, it all circles back to Blake Lively. And you know what? We're going to keep watching to see how this all unfolds. If you're deep into the drama, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below. Whose side are you on? Don't miss the next one. We'll be back with more Hollywood madness real soon.